Hello everyone, in this video let's talk about recursive function. So what is meant by recursive function? Calling the same function itself again and again is called as a recursion and the function is called as a recursive function. Here the defined function can call itself, okay. So if within the function, if the same function is calling itself again and again, that means in the function definition, the same function if you are calling again and again, then it is called as a recursive function. So here we have to terminate the recursive function by using return statement, okay. So what is the main advantage of using recursive functions in your program means it is easy to write for the users, okay. Easily the developers can write these recursive functions in their programs. And next one is readability of the code also improves using this recursive function, okay. What is meant by readability? Easy to read and easy to understand, okay. That is very important for the developers, right? Because if the code is easy for the developers to read and understand means then debugging process will also be easy, right? So that's why readability is very important for any programming language, okay. And next one is less lines of code. By using recursive function, within less lines of code we can solve the problem, okay. So that is concise code is possible by using these recursive functions. So here for example I am going to find the factorial of a given number by using recursive function, okay. So see here how I am finding the factorial of a number. For that, in the function definition def, that is keyword, function name is fact. As it is a factorial of a number, I am using a function name as fact. So n is the input, that is here I am passing the n argument as the n value as an argument to that function. So n stands for the number which you want to find the factorial, okay. That is a input to this function. So if that number is equal to 0, return 1, because the factorial for 0 factorial is 1, okay. If that is not equal to 0, then it will comes to the else block and return n into, here see, fact of n minus 1. That means again the same function, here fact and here also fact of, instead of n, here I am passing n minus 1, okay. So once this call is made, it is nothing but again calling the same function, right? So the cursor comes when this call is made, what happens? The cursor comes to here again. So instead of here n, suppose for n equal to 3, so n minus 1 means now n value is 2, okay. So like this the function call is made. That means the defined function is calling itself again and again. That is recursive function, okay. So here x, I am taking a variable x which is assigned. X is nothing but here the input. So whatever may be the number which you want to find the factorial, that number is taken as an input, right? So here I am reading that number. That means the user has to read that number during runtime, okay. Through input function it is possible, right? So that function has to always, the input function will return a string value. So it has to perform typecasting. For that here I am using int, okay. So now x is nothing but the value which you want to find the factorial, okay. So here I have taken an example, x equal to 3, okay. For 3 I want to find the factorial, 3 factorial. So fact of x, this is the function call. Here in this statement, fact of x, this is the function call, okay. So once this call is made, this function call is made, what happens? The cursor comes to this function definition, right? So it returns some value by using this return statement. So that value will be stored in y, okay. So that means the result is being stored in y. Now I am going to print the value of y, okay. So that is the program. So for that I have taken an example, that is x equal to 3, okay. Now let me explain this example program. Now let me explain with an example. Suppose here by using input function, suppose if user entered x value as a 3, okay. So y equal to fact of x, that means fact of x, this is the function call. So that is fact of 3 as x equal to 3, right? So once this function call is made, what happens? The cursor comes to this function definition, okay. Now n is assigned with 3, okay. So if 3 equals to 0, this is function, this if block is failed. So it comes to the else block. So return 3 into fact of 3 minus 1, that is return 3 into fact of 2. Okay. So here again fact of 2, that means here the defined function is calling itself. So once fact of 2 means what happens, the cursor comes again to back to here. Okay. So here now n is assigned with 2. So if 2 equals to 0, that is if condition fails. So again the cursor comes to the else block, return 2 into fact of 1, 2 minus 1, that is 1. So 2 into fact of 1, this one. Okay. So once fact of 1 means again this is again function call, right? Again the cursor comes back to here. Okay. So here fact of 1. So if 1 equals to 0, condition failed. So it comes to the else block. So return 1 into fact of 1 minus 1, that is 1 into fact of 0. Okay, 1 into fact of 0. So again fact function is called, right? So what happens, the cursor comes back to here, that is again fact of n is 0 now. So if n equal to 0, yes, this condition is true, if condition is true. So it returns the value of 1. Okay, so fact of 0 is 1. So for x equal to 3, the factorial is 3 into 2, that is 6, 6 into 1, 6 into 1, that is 6. So the factorial for 3 is 6. So this 6 value is being returned now. The 6 value is being returned here to y. As this is the function call, this function is returning 6 value. So that is being stored in y variable. So I am going to print the factorial of a given number is 6. So that is the output. Okay, now let me show the output. I will show the execution of this program. So for that, go to Python idle. So open a file. So here see, def fact is the function of n. Okay, so if n is if n equals to 0, so it has to return 1 because 0 factorial is 1, right? Otherwise it has to comes to else block and it has to return n into fact of n minus 1. Okay. So now I am taking a variable x. So through input by using input function I am giving the input to the x variable. Okay. So as input function returns a string value, I have used int before that. So I am taking y and I am assigning the fact of x to that. Okay. So the result is being stored in y. I am going to print the value of y, that is the factorial of the given number is, comma, so y stores the value of that, right? So this is the program. So let me save this. Okay. So run the code. So x value I am going to enter 3. So the factorial of the given number is 6. So this is the output for 3 factorial, right? So that's about the recursive function. Thank you.